So the clans that were already on the south side continued to migrate south, and the ones in the north stayed up in the north. That's what we've been told through history.
That's fascinating.
It's really intriguing that this story of the first Sutinar hints at a journey across the ice. But it's how these people look that might be a more important clue.
Listen to this.
I visited a tribe in Siberia, and I think that there are some similarities between your people and those people in Siberia, and it might just be quite interesting to look at these pictures of Evenki faces. So there's an old lady and a mum and a child. Do you think these faces look similar?
The eyes are similar to the real far northern Dene up in the Yukon and that.
Yeah.
Very similar.
This is the Webster's third new international dictionary, right? Mind you, the copyright of this particular dictionary is in 1981. That's why I definitely got to cross-reference yours. What does yours say for the Native American, right? Native American. Relating to a characterized by Native Americanism, in 1835, a Native American party was formed. So, number 2, Native American. A member of a minor American political party having a brief existence in the early 19th century before evolving into the Know Nothing Party. The Native Americans were pledged not to vote for any foreigner of office. Do you see them keywords? It says evolving into the Know Nothing Party.
They say it took 7 tribes to defeat us. 7 tribes. You know what else they're 7 of? Continents. That means the entire world was against the melanated people of the Americas, and we still here. This tribe that you're talking about here was one of the biggest participants of the destiny swap of the people of the Americas and the rest of the world. They cosplayed us. They enslaved us. They fought for our demise every step of the way. When we were begging, praying not to get hung from trees, they were fighting against us. And y'all get under my comments and literally be like, we can't go against the Native Americans. We gotta align. For what? They don't align with us. The whole world be against us, and y'all be trying to show them grace. Y'all be trying to give them grace. Fuck them. They will atone for their sins.
Native Americans are really getting deported right now.
They're slowly being pushed away from the table. I got the nerve to call us wabos. I can't hide no more. Y'all took on someone else's identity. Tried to claim something you know nothing about. Now the chickens are coming home to roost. I've been trying to tell everybody how we get to see who the real wabo is. Everybody know that y'all showed up on the scene dead ass last. Trying to use the corporation to get benefits. The benefits that was really supposed to be given to the indigenous people. Like y'all moved in, y'all get to move right back out. Time to send everybody home that's not indigenous to this land. Yeah, I remember they called us pretendian too. The nerve to call us pretendian. Donald Trump showing y'all who the real pretendians is. Get mad at us. Get mad at him. Get your bottom lip up and have the day you deserve. Wado.
The indigenous people to America, according to the scholars of America's in the antiquity, Leo Weiner and Barry Fell and Sertima, more recent, was the black people themselves. So when we think of the Native Americans we see today, and many of them we see, and we'll get to that $5 Indian that you like so much, but even the Native American that we think look like the Native American, the original Native American didn't even look like them. The original Native American were black people. The Indian don't resent that word Indian. Many of them resent the word Native American. They don't even want the word America attached to them because they were nation. And a lot of them prefer the term indigenous. You really cannot discuss the history of the Native American without discussing the history of Black America. Their relationship was so entwined in the shaping of those two cultures and in the undermining of those two cultures here in the United States of America. As we know,
that term African American is a fairly new term.
that was brought about. We're not African nor are we American. We are the original people of the earth. We are the indigenous people of the earth. We are far older than the word Africa.
When most people hear Native American, they imagine red skin and feathers. When they hear Black American, they think Africa and slavery. The reality is that Native Black American Indians have always been part of this land. Early European maps and journals described Black Indians up and down the Atlantic coast, tribes with dark skin, curly or woolly hair, living in organized nations before Europeans ever set foot here. In fact, many southeastern tribes, the Yamasee, Washita, Catawba, and even branches of the Cherokee, were described as Black. Some even fought against colonists in the 1500s and 1600s, long before slavery became the main narrative. One erased truth is land ownership. Native Black American Indians held territory across the South, Georgia, Florida, Louisiana, Mississippi. The Washita Nation, recognized in old French and Spanish treaties, were Black indigenous people who lived along the Mississippi River Valley. They farmed, fished, built towns, and traded with Africa and the Caribbean before colonization.
Original, they never will be. Signed the first treaty with King James, allowing the Europeans access to the lands of America. Today, by order of royal decree from Sacramento William Wings of Thunder Guy, the Treaty of King James and Massasoit is hereby rescinded. The direct descendants of the first contact indigenous people in America are now allowed to be recognized as who they are, but instead are forced to accept methods of paper genocide, misclassification, and forced U.S. citizenship assimilated as African American and other false identities. The United States must allow indigenous right to identity. For the American Aborigine, the United States being primary creator of the United Nations Charter in 1945 must be encouraged by the member nations and supporters of the United Nations to change its racist policies. These policies have continued to violate the rights of millions of ignored and misclassified American Aborigine indigenous people. We are not killed in the woods and forests like the people of West Papua or Brazil. We are killed in the streets in broad daylight, and nothing is done about the killings in the street in broad daylight. That is my statement. Thank you.
They just discovered, this Chinese geneticist just discovered, and you can see the video. He goes, well, in all my studies, I've realized that Asian people come from Africa. We've been telling you that. We've been telling you that. But, it's us saying it. He goes, and they come from, Asians come from the Xhosa. You know the Xhosa? That's an X. That's an X when they go. That's an X.
That's down South Africa.
So they look like Black Chinese people. Yeah. They discovered. They say we are from this southern. Did you see what Mandela looked like? He looked like a Chinese black man. You see his eyes?
Yeah. We have the right to understand. Remember?
He looked like a Chinese. The Khoisan people. If you look up the San people, they're the oldest people. But then they discover in England, they said, we are going to go and discover the oldest living person. He's a black dude. Did you know that? Have you heard of the Cheeseboro Man?
I did not know
The Cheeseboro Man is a black fossil they found, and the British people are like, no, bullshit. No, it's a black dude. We were here before you. You don't think we walked around? You don't think we're like, hey man, let's go over there? I don't think they sounded like that. But.
That sounded more like Eddie Murphy.
In 1676, for the very first time, the elite English, who previously despised the Irish and other poor white people, said to the people that were white, indentured servants, hey, listen, you're better than the rest of those. You're better than the Africans. You're better than the Native Americans because you're white. And because you're white, we're going to give you more privileges. We will go ahead and make sure that once you finish your indenture, you will get some land, even though ultimately they gave them the least desirable land, but they did give them some land. But more significantly, they gave them the right to control and to manage and to supervise and to dominate people of African descent.
Europeans need to go home. Enough of the 500-year masquerade, where a group of frost-bitten cave dwellers crawled out of their wet, sunless continent, trespassed on every shore, planted their pale flag like a mildew stain, and decided that the rest of the planet was theirs to rearrange. You are standing in the living room of civilizations you didn't build. Every cobblestone, every brick, every river, every tree, and every blade of grass in these lands is whispering the same thing. It's time to go home. Go home to your unfinished history. The one you fled because you couldn't fix it, so you decided to vandalize everyone else's instead. Go home to your famines, to your inbred monarchs. Go home and sit with the fact that the entire planet was not exploration. It was not discovery. It was not civilization. It was looting with bad table manners. These lands reject you like a body rejecting a transplant. Your skin peels in the light. Your bones rot in the heat. Your soul dries out and cracks because everything you touch knows you're a foreigner. You are out of place here, and the planet is tired of hosting you. The age of squatting is over. 5 centuries of trespassing, of plundering, of whispering that you were necessary. You weren't. Go home, because the eviction notice isn't coming with paper and ink this time. It's coming in silence, in hunger, in storms.